What's up, guys? This is Rise and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be showcasing you a powerful and strong meta team in the Great League that can hopefully help you climb some elo. The team is going to be consisting of Annihilate, Greedent, and Dugong in the Open Great League. This team I ran in a set in the 2900s elo range. You're going to see a really good set here where not only do we go positive, but we actually suffered two of the worst leads possible and we're able to overcome those bad leads with some neutral play. Greedent functions as a safe swap with this team and can function really well when the opponent doesn't have an obvious answer because it is so spammy and can sometimes put them in an uncomfortable spot where they have to stay in, and you can try and dance around with energy and make them in an uncomfortable position. I'm opting for Crunch on the Greedent. You might be asking, Rise, why not Trailblaze? You could also go for Trailblaze, right? That helps you against certain water types or maybe the mud boys like Quagsire and Whiscash. However, it does hurt you against something like a Skarmory or against a Sableye, for example. So I'm opting for Crunch for those specific matchups. Otherwise, those Pokemon would be a little bit more difficult to deal with. Without further ado, let's get into the battles. And here we go. Annihilate, Greedent, and Dugong. We're up against Spartan to start things off, a terrific battler. And right off the bat, we see a Wigglytuff. Terrible lead for the Annihilate, so we go straight into Greedent. In this scenario where they stay in, you want to throw after 5 mud shots because it's essentially 11 versus 12 turns because of that 1-turn switch in. And then we are going to throw after 4 now for proper timing since we are synced again. And they are still staying in. We get off 2 body slams to chip the Wigglytuff. Greedent is bulky enough to withstand a charge attack here, so I'm actually going to elect to take the move and then go for a move of my own. They catch it on Lickitung, and my light just went off. That's a little bit embarrassing. So we're going to get Rise in dark mode here for this video, unfortunately. But Greedent is going to get some chip damage off here, and then we're going to get Annihilate versus Lickitung. And we're going to chip this Lickitung here. We're going to shield the Power Whip. And then we're going to go for a big counter down here. And this is nice, right? Because I have energy now to threaten the Wigglytuff. And our switch timers are desynced. Night Slash should nearly knock out the Wigglytuff. So I only take 1 charm. The next counter KOs. What's going to be in the back? We're not even going to find out. It's probably a Bastiodon. And you know what? My ring light died. So we're just going to go with the overhead light, and it's gonna look like that. It's not the most glamorous, but that's what we're going with, I guess, in this video. Not the best lighting, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. And now we're here. Okay, Dugong versus Talonflame. Okay, so this is a bit of an awkward matchup with the timing. You want to try and time this as best as you can. Throw after 3 ice shards if possible. Talonflame's going to be forced to throw right away. Otherwise, I would reach this next move first. So they throw right away. I'm going to throw after 1 because I'm not convinced I live 2 Incinerates from that range. So I throw after 1 just to guarantee I get this off. Plus, I debuff them. And then they actually get the farm down, which is brutal. They hang on with a sliver of health. So I'm going to be forced now to come in with Greedent to take this charge attack. I get the mud shot down. In comes Registeel. And I'm overfarming, and I try to catch the Focus Blast. I thought he had time to react, but check this out. I actually managed to catch the Focus Blast. In comes Whimsicott. And we get off the Shadow Ball on charge attack priority. So our opponent is making a few misplays here. Maybe they're getting a little bit nervous. They're giving us some potential win conditions. They go for the Seed Bomb. They farm us down. So this is looking kind of tough still. I go for the Body Slam. And now I wasn't convinced that this next Body Slam quite knocked out. So I didn't throw immediately. I overfarm slightly, but here's the problem. Reggie is still super healthy, so we're going to need some luck here. We're going to need some Crunch debuffs, I think, to win this game. Crunch has a 30% chance of debuffing your opponent's defense. Crunch doesn't get the defense drop there. Registeel is going to go for a charge attack here. Focus Blast grabs our shield. Next crunch coming through. We're only going to be able to get to one more crunch after this. Come on, defense drop. No defense drop. So the next crunch is just not quite going to be enough, it looks like. As we go for it here. Crunch coming through. And Reggie barely gets there. So tough one in this game. We made it very close in the end. But well played by the opponent as they take us out in the end game. Next opponent here. Here we go. Annihilate into another Wigglytuff. This one a shiny. So we're going to play it the same as we saw in that first game. We safe swap Greedent, and once again, they're staying in. So this is good so far. Although we had one of the worst possible leads for Annihilate, they're staying in. Tells us they don't have an obvious answer. And then I make a brutal misplay. Just impatient, right? Need to be better at anticipating that third charm. Or waiting, rather, to see that they did a third charm and not just blindly throwing after 4 mud shots for proper timing. So just a little bit antsy by myself there. Now we're way behind, right? So we're going to have to be aggressive. We go for the crunch. My switch timer comes up. I'm hoping, okay, maybe I can take a move and then get the full counter down and get rid of this Bastiodon. And this way I preserve some health on my Greedent. Expecting Wigglytuff to come back in, of course. I do one and throw Night Slash, and then I get a little bit lucky here. Sometimes you need some luck to go your way. I get a shield. They were probably afraid I was running close combat, which some people do run. Especially in the lead, you see it more often, because you can debuff and get out. So I get the shield advantage, and now I'm thinking, okay, I can't afford to come in with Greedent and then potentially get debuffed on my last Pokemon. So I come in with Dugong. They threw instantly, so I call the Icy Wind. It's Victory Bell in back. I get off the Body Slam, and this is massive because either I get the final shield or I get some valuable chip damage. It's a shiny Shadow also. And now I'm going to commit to the Ice Shard down. I get it. I make a slight misplay here. I should have thrown the Icy right away. There's no reason to overfarm. I should have thrown it to debuff as soon as possible. But then we're going to get to another Icy Wind to knock out the Wigglytuff. And this is going to be a good game. We actually never used a Protect Shield in that game. So apparently we saved 2 shields for the next one. And that is a G to the G. This is crazy, dude. This, the ring light has, it's lived a good life, to be honest. It's lived a good life. November was, well, no. These 2 ring lights I've had for years now. They must be. So, 2 years, maybe? I'm not sure how long it's been since I've gotten these ring lights. It's been a long time. So maybe they were due. Because the other one recently went out too, but I like kind of switched them off. Anyway, Greedent versus Sableye. You would think this is more dominant for Greedent, but check out what happens here. They land the return. I was a little bit slow on the swap, to be fair. They land the return, and then it's going to be a charge attack priority here on the Body Slam after I land double crunch. And the foul play actually knocks out. And I wasn't willing to go down a shield. I figured I had like 2 answers for the lead Pokemon, and then it's Giratina, and this is a little bit scary. So I then swap, and I am up a shield with Dugong here, which is nice. And I'm up a little bit of energy because I swapped first. So I'm going to go for the Icy Wind here. Skarmory's going to overfarm, go for a charge attack. I figure Skarmory's probably not going to Brave Bird here while there's still like so much time left in this matchup, right? I go for another Icy Wind, and I'm feeling pretty good about this situation because this Icy Wind connects, and I don't think Skarmory's going to be able to live enough Ice Shards to get to another move after this one. So I'm going to go for the big farm down here, and then I get a little bit like antsy, right? There's no reason to have just thrown this immediately. I should have just simply done one and then thrown, kept my good timing. But for some reason, I like threw on bad timing. I don't think there was really any reason for me to do that. But I do debuff it sooner, I guess. So maybe that is one reason to do that. And then I throw this to debuff it again. And I think we're in a good spot here. Would force him to throw energy, in which case Annihilate could close out. So 1 Ice Shard then knocks out the Giratina and secures us the victory. 2909 is the current elo you see there. We've got the iced coffee again today. Annihilate. Positive lead. This looks pretty RPS, so hopefully the back Pokemon isn't some sort of core breaker. Just going to make sure we don't give our opponent any sort of unnecessary advantage. And the nice thing here, as we get the farm down on Gligar, is this Dugong, right? This Dugong can't really farm us down with these double resisted ice shards. So we're perfectly content just staying in here, keeping our alignment, trying to play it safe, and getting off drill run after drill run. And eventually this opposing Dugong will have to expend energy. I am a little bit concerned about what the back Pokemon could be. Could it be some sort of core breaker? I'm expecting my opponent to potentially like try and double up on charge attacks and then throw something at my Annihilate. I come in with Annihilate. They throw something. I'm going to let it go. And hopefully this 2-on-1 fast break will be enough for us to win. And it's their own Annihilate. This is a little bit scary. We do have to be careful here. Going to build with the Shadow Ball. Go for the bait. Night Slash coming through. Going to get that bait. Very nice. And then we are going to call this ourselves. Did he even build up to the Shadow Ball there? I'm not sure. Going to go for another bait here. Trying to be cheeky. And then I swap. Could I have reached the Shadow Ball there before he, like, could get off a move and then swap, maybe? Maybe I could have made that a little bit easier on myself. But I decided to clear my debuff, I guess. Then I swap in Greedent. Gonna go for a Crunch, because I figured double Crunch would be enough. But now I have to be aware the switch timer is coming up, right? So he's going to have an opportunity to catch on the Dugong. So I have to be aware of that. We call that he's going to try and catch. We overfarm to double Crunch. Going to throw the Body Slam here to knock out Dugong. And we have a Crunch loaded for the Annihilate, which is in Crunch range. And this should be enough to knock out the opposing Annihilate here. Greedent, looking cute as ever. It's a common theme on the channel. Whenever we feature Greedent, we talk about how cute it is. Man, the light is like behind me. Terrible lighting this video. But here's the thing. If I took the time, when you guys even saw the light go out at the start of the video, the ring light I have, if I took the time to like stop recording, I couldn't even fix the lighting because I have 2 ring lights and they both are now out. So I need to like get a new one now. So support the channel. Yeah, there you see 2948. We're not at that elo anymore. We did have a few rough days on stream, so we're trying to get that elo back. I think we're in the like low 2800s as of now. So we'll try and make that legend push. I've seen some of my streaming friends like Axon hitting legend. I think Homeslice Henry's very close to legend right now, so they're killing it out there. And we'll try and follow their lead and climb the elo as well. But I hope you guys are having fun in the Go Battle League. I hope you're having fun in your daily lives and whatever you're doing out there. So I hope everyone has a great rest of your day or night wherever you are in the world. If you enjoyed this content, hit that like button for me. Subscribe to the channel. If you're new, comment down below. All comments are appreciated. And all that said, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.